Hey guys, and welcome to Black Hollywood Live Sports Weekly, your weekly source for news and events in sports. Great show for you guys today, talking about Mamba's last stand, and we're making some very bold first-round NBA predictions. But most importantly, we have a special guest in our hot seat, Denver Broncos Super Bowl champion, Denver Bronco linebacker Brandon Marshall. All this and more up next on Sports Weekly.
You are tuned into Black Hollywood Live Sports Weekly.
What? Super Bowl shuffle. Do the Super Bowl shuffle, Brandon. What?
It's getting real in here.
Come on, Brandon.
What did they dance in the 70s? Like, what was the...
I don't
It's
know.
getting real
but
right now.
He's the only Super Bowl champion
My
in here,
mic
so you
is
better do
super
a
low
dance.
right now.
You better
Can
do a
you do
dance.
something for us, brother?
I don't do no Super Bowl shuffle.
You don't do no Super Bowl
I
shuffle?
don't do no Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh, man.
Come on,
Speak for
brother.
itself.
So our guest is already not playing fair, but it's okay. He's a Super Bowl champion, so I guess
You do what you want when you popping.
you do what you want when you're popping.
When you're a champion, I guess,
Okay.
I
There
guess
you
it's
go.
like that.
I see what kind of show this is going to be.
Clearly. You're watching Sports Weekly. I'm Erica Renee Davis. You can find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
I'm Andre Dane. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Andre. Andre with a U. You know what it is.
And I'm Rheina Ale. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rheina_Ale.
What up, what up? It's Joshua Johnson. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, all that, Snapchat, everything else. JJ the Talented.
And as always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on blackhollywoodlive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram at The Sports Weekly. And download this episode on iTunes and listen to it over and over again. And Dre, you want to do the honor?
Man, it is an honor to introduce my brother from another mother,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Brandon Marshall. Make some noise. Can we get a
Yeah,
hand
let's get a
clap?
hand clap.
Can we
Can
get a
we get the
hand
applause
clap?
in here?
Super Bowl winning champion, Brandon Marshall, man. And he is in the building today from Nevada, went to the University of Nevada, held it down there. From Nevada in general, he been there the whole time. He ain't left except for when it was time to go to the Super Bowl.
From the City of Sin.
Yeah.
The city of sin.
So what's up, brother? How you doing,
I'm
man?
doing well, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Man, I'm fantastic right now.
All right. So what you doing? What you doing right now? Talk
I'm
to
just
us.
out here training, man. I'm out here, in your neck of the woods training, seeing what this LA life is about, and I'm enjoying it.
It's a good life.
It is a good life.
It's a great life, actually.
Now, you're from Vegas originally. I kind
Yes.
of gave you a hard time earlier because I had this thing where I think that no one is actually from
Right.
Las Vegas. But you were born and raised in Vegas?
Yeah, it's a lot of people from Vegas. I mean, people look at Vegas and think it's just a strip. It's a lot more to it than the strip. I mean, but why would you come out there to go outside the strip unless you got family? So,
That's true. North Vegas, shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
Henderson,
Uh-huh.
all that.
You got-
Russell Road.
You got family in
Yeah.
Henderson?
I got
Mom used to
family
live in
Vegas.
right on
Really?
the border.
Okay. So you say you training. Where are you training at out here?
Right now I'm at Unbreakable. It's actually in West Hollywood. It's on Sunset Road, and trainer Jay Glazer. He's a great trainer, man.
Oh, yeah.
He holds
that's
it
where I
down.
know him.
Yeah, I was gonna
okay,
say, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Jay.
solid dude, man. Solid gym.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So are you still in your honeymoon? I just won a Super Bowl
No,
kind of.
I'm out of that.
Really?
I'm out of that. It's time for 2016, man. I'm ready. They just put out the schedule, so it's about to go down.
Now walk us through how you felt the emotions once you realized that you were going to get your first Super Bowl ring. What, 3 years into the league?
4
years into the league, get your first Super Bowl ring. What are the emotions that you're feeling at that time?
At the time, it was kind of crazy because I was more hyped to go to Super Bowl than to win it. It's weird if I say that because when we beat the Patriots, I was so excited. I hate the Patriots.
Thank you for being the Patriots.
I was so
For real.
excited, and then when we won the Super Bowl, it was almost like it was surreal. It was like, did this really happen? Like a movie. So, I'm walking on the field, I hug my teammate, and I'm looking around like, you see the confetti coming down, like, damn, we really won, man. So it's crazy.
Now, when that happened, did you think about your time on the practice squad? Because at the beginning of your career, you spent most of the time on the practice squad.
Yeah.
Did you have you had a chance
Dang,
to
Josh.
look at the what?
No, it's real. It's my
That's
story.
No,
real talk.
I'm saying
That's real talk, yeah.
He started from there, and now he's a Super Bowl champion. I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, did you kind of take some time to reflect about? Yeah, I was there, but now look, I'm here now.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you once you became a starter, you excelled at it.
Absolutely, man. It's my journey. You know what I'm saying? I started off at the practice squad. Actually, I wasn't on the practice squad. I got drafted. I was on the active roster. I just wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? And after I was getting cut, I've been cut 3 times. So, when I was in
that's a story
Jacksonville,
right there.
when I was in Jacksonville, cut 3 times, twice in 1 week. It was a struggle. I had to start really, thinking, and am I gonna be in the league? Do I have to use my degree? why don't they like me? Second guessing my own abilities. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I went to Denver, they loved me. They loved me, man. It was amazing. They loved me from jump. So I spent 16 weeks on the practice squad in Denver, got up on the active roster, went to the Super Bowl. Then the next year I started. Then I started again, and 100 tackles each year, and it's been amazing.
On the league's best defense, no doubt.
So tell me this: how do you stay motivated on the practice squad? Because your opportunity came when a couple. Obviously, Von Miller had got hurt.
Right.
Trevathan got hurt. Trevathan had got hurt. You know what I mean? So those are your opportunities. So just for young kids young players, whether it's NFL or even if it's NCAA, how did you stay motivated? Being on the practice squad. What did you?
I mean, it was tough because I always know that whatever you do it with all your heart. You know what I'm saying? So I really truly believe in that, and I believe in myself first and foremost. So I knew that I was where I was at for a reason. God had me where I was at for a reason. So what I said was, okay, I'm gonna just keep working. I'm gonna be diligent with it. I'm gonna grind, and my opportunity's gonna come eventually. Like there's no way it's not gonna come, and it came, and I was ready for it.
So what are you focusing on in this off season, like training wise?
I'm really trying to get my foot back right because I had foot surgery. I had screws put in my foot, so I played with screws in the last year, and they broke. The screws actually broke, so they just removed the screws. And I felt like all year my foot wasn't stable, which it wasn't, and it's still not stable. So I'm really trying to get my foot balance and strength back.
And you were playing hard. You broke the screws in your feet?
Broke the screw, bro.
Man.
Crazy.
And now you're doing some yoga classes. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the ballet. We talked about the ballet.
Okay, he want me to do. I haven't done ballet. He wants me to do ballet. I haven't done it.
You should.
What you think?
I mean, I'm a dancer. I grew up taking tap, jazz, ballet, and from personal experience, I can tell you, being a dancer, it helps you carry yourself in a different way. It helps your posture. It helps your timing.
I heard Barry Sanders did ballet.
Okay.
Eddie George did ballet.
Eddie George did ballet.
I mean, your boy is doing Dance with the Stars right now, so I mean.
Okay, I guess. Okay.
Dancing helps your athletic ability. So I'm all for it. I'm there for it. I want to make sure you send us a picture of you and your leotard and your
I'm not going
pink
to
tights.
leotard.
If you had a leotard, it all cancels out. You renege.
What about the yoga though? Is that helping? Does that work?
I love yoga, man.
Yeah.
I mean, increases your flexibility. Your balance as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you balance it on one foot sometimes, one leg, whatever. So, I'm a big believer in all that stuff. Flexibility is key because the injury rate is really 100%. So as if you could just try to stay flexible, you don't want the little hammy pulls or you fall because you're gonna fall weird in football. You don't want to fall and pull a muscle. Right. So yoga helps with all that.
Now I want to ask you this: you went to a smaller school.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I mean, smaller school. So what do you think about the whole controversy right now with the satellite camps and how some coaches, particularly the SEC coaches, don't want satellite camps to be a thing so they can kind of keep a monopoly on the talent in their own area?
What is satellite camps?
So satellite camps are camps that major universities set up so they can find talent from everywhere. And the SEC has kind of been like, I don't want, Michigan's coaching staff to be able to go to Athens, Georgia, or in the surrounding county during the summer to recruit up-and-coming players. So basically, it's keeping the homegrown talent where the homegrown talent is, as opposed to giving players who go to smaller schools opportunities to be looked at by everybody.
So it's like a local pro day.
Kinda. I mean,
basically,
like an ongoing thing.
So if I went to University of Nevada and they had a satellite camp, it would just be Reno, or would it be anybody can come in?
Well, that's the thing. So that's what some coaches don't want. They don't want big schools to be able to come out of their regions.
So like Ohio State would be in Nevada.
Yeah, Ohio State can't come to Nevada, or UGA can't come to USC.
If I'm setting it up, if I'm Nevada and I'm setting it up,
no matter where it is,
you don't want. If I'm setting it up, if I'm Nevada, I want people to come to my school. You don't want Ohio State coming in because
that's not what it is, right?
They're going to take.
It's the fact that Ohio State is setting it up in Nevada.
In your backyard.
In your backyard and taking your talent, your like regional talent, local talent.
Because you're from Vegas and you ended up staying home.
And you stayed home.
I mean, not really. I mean, Reno's like 7 hours from Vegas. I would stay in the same state.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't consider Reno home at all.
Okay.
But I feel what you're saying.
Absolutely.
If you. Well, I think it's good for the local athletes because they can be seen by.
It's great for the local athletes.
By the local schools.
Athletes. As far as like the schools go, I mean that's they got their own beef.
They
but,
do.
I mean, but for the kids, it's better. The
It's
more
better for the
schools, the more
kids.
schools there, it's better for
Right,
them.
right.
So you know, I'm
Yeah.
all for that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Now that you made it, you're like,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Speaking of better and worse and all this crazy stuff, we gonna talk about Johnny Manziel real quick because I just want to know from a pro, from a professional athlete who does this and who works hard, who doesn't get in trouble, who doesn't do these things. I mean, what is your take? So I don't know if you heard, but recently he was in LA a couple days ago, and he was involved in a hit and run. Okay, we don't know who was driving the car, but he was a passenger. They hit a damn pole. Now I didn't know that a damn pole was considered a hit and run because I didn't hit a couple poles before and just kept on going. Now, you know, if you see a pole that's knocked down, it could have been me. You know what I mean? So my thing is, first, you know, do you think that he's what do you think about him? Do you think that he's gonna get a chance to play again? Do you think that he should?
Does he deserve to
Does
play
he
in the league?
deserve to play in the league?
I mean, honestly, he hasn't shown that he deserved to play in the league. He's shown that he wants to party. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, Gronk is a partier, but he produces on the field.
Yeah,
Yes.
no Gronk.
Absolutely.
He's one of the best tight ends already to ever play the game. Almost, you feel me? So like,
Absolutely.
he's great. You know what I'm saying? Now Johnny, he wants to party, and then you know when you're the quarterback, you're the face of the franchise. So nobody wants their quarterback out here partying all the time. You know, getting drunk, getting DUIs, whatever he's doing. So
Hitting his girlfriend.
Hitting his girlfriend,
You feel
yeah.
me? All that. So
And then
I
not
don't-
producing on the field.
Yeah.
I don't even really see him getting an opportunity this year. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped by his agent,
Yeah.
and his agent said that he needs counseling. He needs help.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
So I think he probably trying to live he want to be a rapper.
You think? Wait, Johnny Manziel was a rapper?
But there's no more
Lifestyle,
checks
lifestyle.
coming. But there's no more checks coming. So right?
Well, he comes
Man,
from
look,
money though.
He comes from money.
Loan money.
So I've heard.
Oh,
I
really?
heard they got that
Texas
oil
about
money.
that. Oh,
He
yeah.
got that oil
Yeah.
money.
Absolutely.
So he good
That oil
then.
money.
So
That
he
Texas
ain't
oil.
worried about it.
I guess not then.
Well, speaking of partying, like, do you find that there's a double standard for black athletes versus white athletes? Like, if Gronk was, I don't know, T.O. or some other, you know, prolific wide receiver or tight end, and he was partying, humping the stage in Vegas, do you think that he would get a black player would get the same kinds of passes that Gronk continues to get?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We would not get the same pass.
I actually 150% disagree. I
talk
think
to me.
I think that it's all about what you're doing on the
the field.
football field. You know what I mean? Now, if you're doing stuff to jeopardize your whole image and your whole ability to play sports, because when you're driving drunk and you're doing all this kind of stuff, you're putting yourself in a position to possibly harm yourself.
So you're just talking about him because Gronk is just partying.
Well, I'm just saying because
He just partying.
But it
he's just
doesn't matter.
out there. He's just so out there. And I just can't. I always think about like, what if that was a black tight end? Like, what?
If that
It wouldn't be
black
the same.
tight end
Hey, I don't care what nobody
on the
say. It wouldn't be the same.
On the field,
But if
be
you're
the same.
producing on the field, then people don't care
Yeah.
what you
They
do.
don't care
If you're
what you
scoring
do.
touchdowns and winning games.
Okay.
Long as you're not in
that's gonna
trouble.
keep fans in the seats. That's gonna keep ratings on the television, and gonna keep money coming in the owner's pocket. So if you scoring and producing, they're gonna be like, "Yo,
So if Gronk was
Do what you
black,
need to do.
it'd be all good.
Yeah, it'd be all good.
You don't even believe
Party.
that.
Because
Party.
Gronk, no, listen though. Has Gronk has he gotten in trouble?
He ain't got trouble.
That's the
That-
thing.
he
Like
hasn't.
it's not
I'm
the
just saying-
partying. It's the DUIs, the DWIs,
Okay.
the drugs. It's that kind of stuff. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Well, we agree to disagree. And he has a Super Bowl championship ring,
Well,
so
yeah.
that means he's right. And
You know,
I'm with him. I'm with
man,
him.
I don't want no trouble with him. That's a big fella, you know. So we good.
You have another.
Yeah, I want to talk to. Okay, so are you familiar with Sean Oakman? Who that is?
I am familiar with that.
Okay, okay. So, what do you? Okay, so Sean Oakman, if you guys don't know, he's the defensive end for the Baylor Bears, who just had a pretty decent season this year. I mean, this is a 6'9", 275-pound cat. I mean, projected to go first round just because of his size. I mean,
He
he's
cut up too.
Oh, he cut up.
6'9", 270.
He can
Cut.
move.
Yeah.
Cut up. Last year he had 11 sacks. This year he had 4.5. But they had him in a different role. They was kind of transitioning him into like a linebacker. So he was kind of trying to get used to standing
new
up
position.
more so than having his hand in the ground and all that kind of stuff. But this guy, a couple days ago, he got charged and arrested for sexual assault. So basically, what they're saying is he went to a party, he came back, brought the girl back to his room, etc. After she left, the next day it comes out, they're saying that he raped her, he took her to the house, he made her do stuff that she didn't want to do. Now this is a 6'9", 275-pound cat. So what do you think about that? Do you think that there could be some...
I mean, that's a touchy subject, man, because athletes have been getting accused of sexual assault forever. You know what I'm
Forever.
saying? Forever. So, you know, I don't want to taint your man, you know,
Yeah, no,
Kobe,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm
It's the
saying?
truth.
And do I think they do it? Most of the time, no. Unless it's like a Darren Sharper. You know what I'm saying? That fool is different.
Oh, yeah, he's a
out there,
serial
yeah.
rapist.
That's
right,
planning
right.
it.
Most of the time,
absolutely,
no.
absolutely.
Okay.
No, but sometimes females see opportunity. Not every female, but sometimes females see opportunity, and maybe they can get a settlement. Maybe they can get some money. Maybe they can take down.
Some
maybe he did.
notoriety.
You know what I'm saying? Something.
Right.
Maybe he did something to her. I don't know, but they gonna hit where it hurts. And I think that a lot of times it doesn't happen. But you know, these females, I guess sometimes they just feel like I'm gonna take advantage of the situation and I'm gonna get them.
And that's an interesting perspective coming from an athlete,
Yeah.
because on another show that Josh and I co-host together, we talked about sexual assault and how sometimes women might say they got
I will
assaulted
say
and-
this. Sorry,
and didn't.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead,
But
go ahead.
you know, when I went to college in Reno or in Nevada,
Mm-hmm.
they have these certain standards, and so we had a lawyer come talk to us every year. He said, in Nevada, it's you know, sexual assault, however slight, right? That means a finger. You know, it means anything. So any penetration, however slight, that's what they say. However slight,
Hmm.
you know, a finger, whatever you in the ear. Like, I'm dead serious.
In the ear.
It's that serious.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
sex. That feel good.
It's that serious.
Oh my God.
Now,
Finger in the ear.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm serious. So I mean, who knows? I'm not sure the laws of Texas.
Yeah.
But in Nevada, it's real. So if you if you finger a girl and she says, "Oh, I didn't want that," you know, it's sexual assault.
It's very slippery.
I want to
slope.
know from a female perspective, though. What about y'all? You know, what do y'all think?
I was gonna say, like, again, the show that Josh and I co-host together, I talked about this and I got murdered in my mentions because they were like, I can't believe you as a woman in America would be a rape apologist. But again, I went to University of Georgia and I have friends who may have or may not have been in those kinds of sticky situations. So I know that sometimes women are looking for opportunities to come up, but I also know that by saying this becomes problematic because women out there who were raped or who actually were assaulted are saying,
They
this,
feel
this, this, is why,
slighted.
this is why I don't come forth because nobody's going to believe me.
Right.
So I just think it's really important for us not to blame and place guilt on the accused until all the facts come out because there are a lot of thirsty, groupie women
Yes.
trying to get a come up, and that's just the fact.
Did they say she was under the influence and all that?
See, that's the thing. They haven't released all that information. But, Wilkie, you...
No,
what
yeah,
about
no,
you? Go
I
ahead.
agree.
wanna
I
hear
think
you
that
too.
I think that it's unfair on both ends. I mean, girls find a meal ticket anywhere sometimes, and then sometimes a guy can take advantage of a woman. So it's kind of hard. I do think that you have to kind of go through everything, all the facts, get them first, and then jump to conclusions. And it also, I think another important factor is the reputation as well. So if a woman is holding herself as, I mean, she has a reputation of being like a groupie or chasing after athletes, whatever, that could be something. I mean, it's not facts, but
Yeah.
it's like if she has that reputation on campus, then that can probably, help the athlete out. I don't know, that's what I think.
I mean, but I think in that situation, no, you're right. But I think in that situation, they would still say, no means no.
No means
no
no.
matter at
No,
what point
right.
they said no. You know, it always comes down to that. So, I mean, regardless of reputation, sometimes that just doesn't help out the accused.
And then when you're a 6'9", 275-pound guy, it sucks
And
because...
they're gonna put that against
Right,
you.
it's almost
Yeah.
like
Figure it out.
even if you know what I mean, if there's absolutely no reasonable doubt that you didn't do it, then you're most likely going to be charged or going to be
Or paying a
right,
settlement.
right
That's
to
a
get
big
it
deal, man.
It's a big fella, man.
Let's talk.
unfortunate.
Let's talk a little bit of golf. DraftKings. DraftKings is our favorite place to place our fantasy bets. So this is for golf this week, whether you're golf's biggest fan or you're just ready to try a new fantasy sport, you can play 1 week fantasy golf for free. Free being the operative word at DraftKings.com. All you gotta do is pick 6 golfers before the tee off. That's very important. You can't wait until after the tee off. You gotta pick your 6 golfers before the tee off. Stay under the salary cap. Rack up the point for streaks, for per hole performances, tongue twister, tournament finishes, and more. So make sure you guys go to DraftKings.com to play free golf fantasy. Use the promo code BLACK so they know that we sent you guys. And as we like to always say, when you win your money, send us a check to BHL.
Yeah.
We'll
We need
graciously
that.
accept it.
We about that
graciously.
life.
Josh, what you got?
You know what? It's as if he was almost like trying to prove you wrong. Like how Kobe did last night. I think he heard what you've been saying about him all season long, and he's like, you know what, Erica, I'm gonna show you what I can do going
Right.
out.
Listen, I wore my
man
Kobe
scored
jersey yesterday, so I'm-
60
What?
points on his way out.
60.
60 points. I mean, 50
Bet-
shots.
50
yeah.
attempts.
But I think he made 22 of them. He made 22 of them though, right?
22,
44% is not bad.
It's not bad at all.
44% is not bad in the end, and they came from behind 15 points. Like he went out like a legend, and that, like to me, that man is a legend. I think to all of us here. Right?
It's funny because I was at the game yesterday, and Kobe.
He had to drop it.
He made a speech. He made a speech because you're talking about him putting up almost 50 shots.
Yeah.
But he made a speech, and at the end of the game, he was like, this is so funny because all my life, everybody has criticized me saying you should pass the ball, you should pass the ball, you should pass the ball. But he said like that night, every single person came up to him was like, don't pass the ball. Don't pass the ball. Take every shot. Do what you do, man. Enjoy this night and go and maybe we'll go out with a dub. And that's what he did. You know what I mean?
And his teammates kept feeding him too.
They did.
It was all
You
set
can
up
see
from the
it. You
beginning
can see it.
that
You know
they
what I
were
mean?
making sure that he got his points and he got his shots up. And so it paid off because it did come from behind. But like that moment was for all of us last night, it was a bittersweet moment seeing a legend go out like that on a high note, albeit it wasn't on the championship, but it still was a good note. We've certainly seen some really good Kobe moments in the past, and I just want to get a take on what your favorite might have been,
What's your
and all you
favorite?
guys too.
I enjoyed the 81 points.
81
Right.
points, man.
He went for 81, man.
Yes, sir.
That was special. You know what I'm saying? So.
That was gonna be mine. Why you take mine? But you know what?
We can have the same one. Go ahead.
Right, for sure,
The
for
81
sure.
point game was a good game. Matter of fact, I had to drop it like you said you at that game. I was at the 81 point game.
Were you?
I was there.
Get out
I
of
was
here.
there.
Oh, that's kinda
it was
solid.
awesome.
Yeah,
It was awesome,
that's
and
dope.
just the feel and the electricity of the crowd being there in the audience watching that. It's like everybody kind of felt what was going on and that they were witnessing history. And with every basket, it was like, oh my gosh, what are we seeing right here? We're seeing something really big go down. And so 81 points, I don't know if anybody will ever reach that. Not even Steph Curry could reach. I mean, he could.
He could.
But-
I think he can.
He could.
You know,
I think he
Well,
can.
Well, I wasn't at the 81 point game, but I was at the local Winn-Dixie when I read the tabloid when Kobe went to the prom with Brandy, and that's one of my favorite Kobe memories because Brandy was like one of my, childhood favorite singers, and to
Wanna
see
Be Down.
Wanna Be Down.
Wanna Be Down.
Oh, yeah. So to see like that cross section of pop culture with the singer and the cute it girl and the new it guy for the NBA, that's one of my favorite Kobe memories. It's cheesy, but I'm a girl, whatever.
Didn't he used to be a rapper though?
And he rapped on that Destiny's Child song, and he rapped on the Tyra Banks song too.
Yeah. He had to try to get a little career.
That's how he met his wife though, didn't he?
We won't talk about that, but
Yes.
yes.
Well, she was on the
She's a
set of the
dancer, I think.
An underage dancer at the time.
17.
I'm trying
He said 17.
what my favorite Kobe moment was. Okay, what my favorite Kobe moment would probably be Game 7 in the Western Conference when Kobe Bryant threw that alley hoop to Shaquille O'Neal. Because for one, everybody thought he was about to take it in, you know what I mean,
Yes.
and put that final stamp on it because he typically does that.
Probably Shaq out there too.
Right. But Shaq was ready. He threw that alley oop up, and he made it do what it do, and that pretty much clinched the Western Conference Finals for them. Because after that point, I think it was 79-83, and if you got less than 30 seconds left, and you go down by more than 6 points, it's hard because now you're looking at 3 possessions versus 2.
Yeah.
So I think that was a really
Unless
big
Kobe's on the other end of that, but yeah.
you never know. But that was probably my greatest Kobe moment.
That's a good
for
moment.
sure.
There's so many Kobe moments, like I can't even pick, but I think my favorite I think last night cleared everything out, and that was my favorite Kobe. I was so emotional. If you guys saw my snap,
saw her
I
Snapchat.
was crying. Like, that was the greatest game I've ever seen. I mean, not just because it was just so, they were just giving him the ball. All of his older teammates were there, and like, it's awesome to see him go out like that and that killer instinct. He was so tired and he was exhausted, but that's Kobe. He pushes himself to the like his last end, and you can just see him go out like that. So that would be my favorite.
I'll say
all
one
time.
thing about Kobe, man. He never shorted us when he stepped on that court.
No, never.
Yeah.
That's
Effort.
so true.
Yeah.
He never shorted us. And I think that's what I appreciate the most about Kobe because, like she said, the killer instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never shorted us, man. He gonna give it all.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So
Every time.
tired.
He was
He
tired.
He had no
Did you
legs.
ever?
I do think. Oh, go ahead.
I was
What
like,
you about to say?
did you ever doubt that game like last night? Did you ever think that they weren't going to come back and like, okay, Utah won this one?
I mean, I didn't.
But when he came out with when he came out with like 5 or 4 missed shots
the
in a
missed
row,
shots.
where you think like, oh, this.
Well, see, I thought it was
a wrap.
going to be like an all-star type game because the Rockets already secured that 8th spot.
Yeah.
The Jazz didn't really have anything to play for, and they knew it. And I think when you have somebody like Kobe on the court who's having this huge retirement party, you have to kind of just bow down. It was really like watching an all-star game. Like I feel like the Jazz is kind of like bowed down.
Do you think they kind of gave him that game, or do you
I
think
kind of
that
do. I
They
think
didn't do
so.
that.
You
Nah.
said
Do you think
I
it's
wouldn't say
on
they gave him
purpose?
the
I
game,
didn't,
though.
I didn't even watch the game. I
They
was
was
on the
double-
plane.
they was double
I was on the
teaming
plane.
him.
They were up by 15.
They was double
was
teaming.
double teaming. They should've.
They was double teaming him in some aspects.
They were, and he definitely made some jumpers. But I don't know. I just feel that if the Jazz actually were playing for a playoff spot, that game would have had a completely different complexion. I just really believe that.
I think Kobe is a good actor.
Even now, she want to spoil the party.
I'm not trying to spoil the party. Look, I
She
want
wanna spoil my
I
number
feel
eight.
like the Jazz
This-
played terrible. You don't let. I mean, I don't care
But for
who
a
it
reason.
is.
They played for a
You're not
reason.
going to drop 60 points on me.
Okay.
I think
You should
Kobe
have that
is a
mentality.
good actor. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I respect him, everything, man. That's one of my favorite players. I think he's one of the greatest players. You know, second to Michael
Ever.
Jordan. Nobody else.
Nobody, yeah.
Nobody else. But it's. I feel like I don't think he's always as tired as we think. I think it's
think so?
dramatic,
He's
and
putting
it's
on-
like
He's in
I think he's
Hollywood.
putting on that show. But I respect it because look at the way he still ended it. You know what I mean? Now you can say whatever you want to say, but to come back and score the last 15 points for the team in the last 2-3 minutes, I mean that's unbelievable. But I definitely think it's some dramatics to it. You know what I mean? Like the looks.
It's LA.
Right. It's some dramatics. He ain't that damn tired. You ain't that damn
I
tired.
think he was tired last night, though.
No,
I think he was tired last
he wasn't
night.
that damn tired last
82
night.
plus games a season. For
I
20
know
years,
his
that's
old
tired.
legs. I know he was tired.
Listen, y'all, we're going to move more into Brandon's wheelhouse, talk about some NFL news.
Oh, yes.
But not on the most, not on the highest note. Last Sunday, former defensive end from the Saints, Will Smith, was murdered in New Orleans by Cardell Hayes as a result of an alleged road rage incident. And Tyrann Mathieu has been very vocal. He called Cardell, he called him a hating-ass coward. He knows him from back in the day. He says that he always knew that Cardell was kind of a coward, but never knew that he would be a killer. And what's even sadder about this story is not just that Will was killed senselessly, but that his wife was also shot too. So his wife was shot, then she watched her husband get killed. They have children. A man lost his life over what looks like a road rage incident. So Tyrann has been very, very vocal. And whenever we talk about social issues in NBA, NFL, I always like to pose a question. Do you think that professional leagues, when this kind of stuff happens to some of their star players, past or present, that they should take a stance and speak out about it, or create like a campaign to talk about gun violence, or address it publicly the way other athletes have on Twitter?
I mean, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I think because we have this platform, you know what I'm saying? We have a huge platform. We can reach the masses, the kids, everybody. So I feel like, whenever a situation occurs like this, or even before the situation occurs, we should definitely speak out about it. Like the NFL is huge on domestic violence now, after the Ray Rice situation. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. We're advocates, but sometimes we can speak out. I'm not saying it would have stopped anything, but we have this platform, this huge platform. Football is the most popular sport in the world. You know what I'm saying? According to TV ratings, right? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we definitely have this platform, and we should speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what? For me, I feel like the NFL, and not to discount gun violence at all, but the NFL does have a lot that they stand for, that they need to speak out against, that they are speaking out against. They got a lot of issues on their plate right now with domestic violence and CTE and drug abuse and breast cancer awareness and all these causes that they're standing up for. At this point, mom might have to be the word with them because they don't know the facts yet. They can't really. They don't want to take any sides on the situation. But they've got enough on their plate right now to have to speak about something else and add something else to the agenda.
Added.
You know what I mean? Like they got a lot to worry about, with the organization and as a league, try to fix a lot of other things.
Yes.
So gun violence at this point, they might have to take a step back.
Okay.
No, I think that they do have a lot to kind of step out on and, make a point, but I do think gun violence is still important. And just it's the family, I think that it's also a big thing. I feel for that whole family, their kids, his wife. It's a tragic death. And if we're going to talk about Tyrann Mathieu, I applaud him for that,
Me too.
calling him out. I don't care if people say he should have had a filter. That was a terrible thing to do to somebody. And I think other football players having that voice, they should voice their opinion on gun violence, and then maybe make the NFL push it to make it a bigger deal than it is.
You're a former NFLer yourself. So.
I kind of have I have a different view on it just from a family standpoint, because it's so unfortunate now that social media is so big that, I mean, this man, just his life was taken, a few days ago, and now it's all over social media. His face, NFL is posting it, people are posting things, and it's kind of unfortunate because maybe the family doesn't want to keep reliving that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep seeing that on social media. They already have to see it on ESPN, because they're gonna do a story, etc. Probably ABC, the Fox, the sports channels. But then now you got to deal with it on social media. And then when that first athlete steps out, Tyrann Mathieu, then you get other cats stepping out and saying it. And I get it because that's your teammate. Well, if that's not really Tyrann Mathieu's teammate, but as a teammate, like I get it. Like man, you want to speak out and you want to. But I think at some point you have to respect the family, and you got to respect the fact that they may not want to keep reliving that. And I respect you making a post as a teammate or something. But I think Tyrann Mathieu, is because he has such a big following, going to LSU.
Yeah.
Like I almost think that maybe he shouldn't have. He should have kept that to himself.
But see, I feel like because after that, I think he spoke on, New Orleans as a whole. Right?
His family. He's like, I need to move my family out of New Orleans.
He spoke on New Orleans as a whole,
Yeah.
and how the violence and I think he spoke on did he talk about the education system?
I think he did.
Yeah, nothing was there in place for the children, for the youth.
Yeah, he's basically saying like this is what happens. This is a result of there's no real support system in New Orleans. So I applaud him because that's his hometown. If it was my hometown, I definitely would have said something because I think we take pride in where we're from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, and I think Dre, I hear what you're saying, but as we've all said, you have a platform. Like, how could you stay silent on something like this, especially when you are from that area? And I mean, just let's face it, we saw Katrina happen in 2005. Like, there has been a cycle of underserved people in New Orleans not succeeding because of poor education, but because of the welfare system, because we can go on and on and on and on. So yeah, I do like that he spoke up, and I do think the NFL, even though they have a lot on their plate, Josh, should take on something else.
Right.
I mean, was it Plexico who got in gun trouble in New York?
Who shot himself?
Shoot himself in the foot.
Shut up, Bob.
I mean, I'm reaching with that one.
Yeah.
But I think we got to take. I think the NFL, the multi-billion-dollar corporation that it is, has to take these opportunities to preach to those young 12-year-old boys in New Orleans who are only looking at football as a way out, and say, while you're trying to play football to get out of your situation, also stay away from guns. And I know it can be kind of political because you get the NRA, you get different sides, like opposing sides. It gets very murky because gun control is a very, very slippery slope in this nation. But you have one of your former NFL players getting killed right after finishing his career. You've got to say something.
Right.
Respect it.
On a better note.
Let's move on to something better. So the NBA playoffs regular season ended officially last night, and the matchups are set. So focusing on the first round of playoffs, I'm going to read it out to you guys. Which sleeper team do you think is going to make it out, pull an upset and make it out to the second round? So for the Eastern Conference, we have the Cavs versus the Pistons, Raptors versus Pacers, Heat versus Hornets, Hawks versus Celtics. So coming out of those matchups, who do you think is?
Are you a basketball fan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's your team, by the way?
I don't have a team.
You don't?
I definitely enjoy players. My favorite player is LeBron James.
Okay.
I know we got some Kobe fans in here.
A lot. They're everywhere.
I just don't understand how they have to hate one or the other.
We don't hate LeBron.
You know what I'm saying? Some people who love Kobe, they have to hate LeBron.
I don't like LeBron.
If they love LeBron, they gotta hate
To be
Kobe.
honest with you, I don't like LeBron.
I hear that, yeah.
As far as the playoff matchup goes,
For the Eastern Conference
Eastern
now,
Conference.
what sleeper team or what upset do you think is going to happen?
the Celtics are a 5 seed.
Celtics
And the Hawks
are
are
in their
They're going to
prime.
beat. I see them beating. I see them beating Atlanta.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick right there.
That's who I picked as
Me
well.
too.
Yes,
I agree. I agree.
Who else was there? You said-
There's
Yeah,
all
3 and 6.
look
Look,
at the 3 and
hey,
6 matchup.
I say
Pacers Heat.
don't count out the Hornets now.
Yeah, exactly. Don't count out the
Listen,
Hornets.
Look at this
I
move
say
right
it
here.
right there. That's
Come
a
on,
good
man.
pick. That's a good pick.
Don't count out the
Well, they
talking
got
about
something to play
sleepers.
for now. They got something to play
They
for.
talking
have
about
the
sleepers
Heat
right
first
now.
round,
Yeah,
so.
I'm not saying they're going to
That
win.
was a
I'm saying
close
don't count
one.
them out. Don't count them out.
Wait, who did the Pacers have first round?
Pacers
Oh,
have
Pacers
the
not going nowhere.
Raptors.
They got the Raptors.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
See,
Raptors are. I
Raptors
think
This
don't
is
so.
what
show it up.
that is my team that I would
The
say.
Pacers?
I think the Raptors is gonna absolutely and I don't think that they're expected 100% just to beat the Pacers. I think that that's
Oh, yeah,
going
they
to be
are.
a. I think
they
that
expected 100% to beat the Pacers.
I think that that's going to be a good game, but I think that the Raptors are going to obviously. I think the Raptors are going to take it out. I don't really see that.
Yeah,
I don't really
they're not
see any.
they're not a sleeper pick though. They're
Who's
number
your
2
sleeper?
The
seed.
Raptors are sleeper pick because the
That's
Raptors
not a
suck.
sleeper pick.
The
That's a
Raptors
number
suck.
2 seed.
Like, the Raptors suck anyway.
Hold on.
They're the 2 seed strong.
The Raptors do
Raptors
not
are 2
suck.
seed.
The Raptors are like
they
one
do.
game behind.
I mean,
Cleveland
the
to
only
finish
reason
the
they
season.
balling is because of this 6 God shit. I mean, that's it. They got Drake on the sideline.
Oh,
Like,
my
we got we might go to his house later.
So Brandon picks the
have
Celtics,
none.
maybe the Hornets.
That's a good matchup.
I pick the Celtics. I think they're going to take that one.
Yeah, I want to go
Celtics?
Celtics too, because Atlanta. The Hawks get into the playoffs every year, and every series goes 7.
Right.
No matter what seed they are. So I'm going to say Celtics because the Hawks do Hawks type things. Sorry,
Celtics have a hell
hometown
of a
folks.
coach too.
They do. And,
They
and,
do.
I like
Brad
it.
Stevens. Brad Stevens from
Butler.
Butler, yeah.
Hey.
I like him.
Nice.
No.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Why am I
Wait.
thinking, no, Brad Doherty came from Butler.
No, Brad
I know,
Stevens
I'm
came
sorry.
from- Brad-
Whoa, never mind.
It's okay.
So you think the Raptors
So Celtics-
are going to
Celtics.
lose? So that you pick the Pacers.
The Raptors gonna
Okay.
lose. I mean,
So Pacers.
Okay.
What about you?
What? Oh, the sleeper?
Yeah, sleeper.
I'm going with the Hornets.
Hornets?
The Hornets and the Celtics.
You gotta
I'm
pick
like,
one.
two
You have to
sleepers.
pick
on the
two.
same page.
Oh, why can't I pick
Wrong with
two?
that.
I don't know, because that's just
He
the
can
new
pick
rule.
whatever
You
that
got. We
brother
have
pick.
3 Celtics, 1 Pacer.
I'm picking 2.
I picked 2. So
All right.
Okay.
You got my-
That's
Well,
Super
I'll
Bowl
give you guys a
champion right
half. There. Okay, so let's talk about the Western Conference now.
Okay.
Okay.
You saw that look she gave me. The haters.
We're not hating. We're just speaking
Where does
facts.
it-
We're just
Warriors
speaking
versus
facts.
Rockets, Spurs versus Grizzlies, Thunder versus Mavericks, and Clippers versus Blazers. Brandon.
Ain't no sleepers gonna win this in the first
Thank
round.
you.
No, in
Wait,
the first
hold on,
round.
Hold on.
First
Hold on.
seed, the second seed.
Really?
Third seed, and the
Okay,
fourth
so
seed
we have a
gonna
no
win.
sleeper.
Thank you.
With
Thank
them
you.
Blazers though.
I picked the
Blazers.
Blazers. I picked the Blazers.
Let me tell you.
They play the Clippers?
Yeah.
With
Yes.
the Clippers.
Don't you
Those
even do
Blazers,
that.
though.
Thank
Hey,
you.
my man Damian
Thank
Lillard.
you.
Look at this fool right here.
CJ
I got
McCollum?
They're just
CJ.
haters.
Even
Ooh.
Allen Crabbe's coming off the bench and giving some good minutes. So
Hey,
I
that is
Don't
cold.
sleep.
They fire,
We picking
man.
sleepers, right?
We're picking
we picking
sleepers.
right? I'm just saying, don't sleep on Portland.
there's also no sleeper option too, which you picked.
Okay.
No sleep. I'm
You know
assuming
what? Wait, Grizzlies play who?
the Grizzlies play the Spurs.
The Grizzlies are tired and
I know.
injured.
Okay.
They're
No
done.
Gasol, no Conley.
Mavs play OKC.
Mavs play OKC.
So
They don't got nobody.
So there's a no sleeper. I take the no sleeper.
You take the no sleeper.
Me and
Okay.
Brandon. There you go.
Wait till we get to
no
this.
no
Wait till the
Blazers?
second round, though.
What about you?
Talk to
Hey,
us,
man,
I
Dre.
want to hear what Dre has
You
to
know,
say.
you know, we do it. You know what I'm saying?
What-
I'm from
what's your
Houston,
pick?
man. I'm
We
from
about to find out.
H-Town, baby.
Oh, he finna pick.
They barely
I'm from-
skated
hey,
in.
He finna pick the
you better
Rockets.
stop.
They barely skated in.
Rockets!
Yeah, of course,
hey,
Dre. I should know
wanna
that
see
too.
them.
How you gonna pick a team that had to win their last game just to get in the playoffs?
Hey, ballin' Rockets.
My goodness.
I'm from Houston. I'm down hard. I rock
Hard
with my
Houston.
Rockets.
I like
and,
that.
And I
You
rock
can rock
with the
I like
boy
that.
James
Straight into
Harden.
vacation.
And I would, as a fact, you said sleepers. They are absolutely
No, they ain't sleep.
one of
They
the
dead.
biggest
They
sleepers.
They sleep on defense. They sleep everything. Everywhere.
Well, on the 7th day, didn't Jesus
No,
rise?
that was the third day,
Wait,
brother.
the
Go
third day?
back to Sunday school.
I'm
the seventh day he rested. On the
I'm at the
third day
third
he
day.
rose.
I'm at the third day. I'm at the third day.
Oh my goodness.
And then Easter just passed, and I was in church on Easter.
passed.
I seen the whole thing
You
that they
missed it.
did.
No,
the
you
whole,
missed the lesson.
So I'm at the third day.
You slept like the Rockets asleep.
I'm at the third day.
Okay.
They rose.
Well, we have. Thank you for the.
I was
like,
trying to relate like the
church
seventh,
lesson.
the seventh game.
That was funny.
But
Okay.
I
You
couldn't
lost
do
us
it.
all.
I couldn't do it.
Okay, so we have the
lost.
Rockets, Dre. We have the Blazers for me and Josh, and we have no sleepers for you two.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the matchups. Last question. So, Dubs, do you think they can repeat? They just made history last night. 73 wins.
Look,
Do you think they can?
I want my man LeBron to get another ring, but it ain't gonna happen.
No.
It ain't gonna happen. I see the only way the Warriors lose is if they lose to the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. But they've been having trouble with the Spurs. Been having trouble with the Warriors.
Well, they both.
But
Yeah,
I feel like that's the only way they're gonna lose. And if they lose that game, that series, my Cavs maybe.
There
Not
you
my
go.
Cavs,
Maybe if
LeBron
they can
might
get
be
past
able
Maybe.
to.
Toronto, which Dre thinks sucks for some reason, but I'm just saying, if they can, because the Cavs might have some comp with Toronto if they face each other in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I know that's gonna be a good matchup.
But
What about you, Erica?
You know,
That's the only way they're gonna lose if they lose to the Spurs.
I'm a Warriors hater because I'm an 80s baby and I don't want anyone ever to be or touch the Bulls' legacy. So it's hard for me to really, I'm a huge NBA fan. So it's hard for me to be happy for the Warriors, even though I love the game of basketball, because I don't want anyone to ever touch the untouchable. However, when you see Steph Curry's mom in the stand, she's so pretty and she's so proud. And I mean, I know it's such a cheesy thing to say, but I'm like,
Mama's
okay,
cool.
Mama looks good. The Warriors can win. They keep winning. That's how I feel. But I hope they lose.
Oh man.
But no, but
What
do
you guys?
you hope they lose? But do you think they're gonna lose for real? They can't repeat in your eyes.
What's the question again?
Do you think the Dubs are gonna repeat?
I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay.
Cause I'm a hater.
Hey, what you write down for me?
I forgot.
I didn't. I was just gonna.
You got LeBron winning.
Oh, yeah.
No. They're not gonna win. I said the only way LeBron gonna win is if
As if the.
Get it right.
If the Warriors don't make it out the West.
So are the Warriors repeating yes or no?
Yes.
I say
Okay.
no. I say no.
Okay.
Come on, who gonna stop?
Man,
Yeah.
come
Don't
on,
worry about
man.
it. Don't
Talk to
worry
us,
about it.
Drake.
Jay said that Houston was gonna beat
Oh
them.
yeah. Okay.
so-
All right. Okay. Well, who's gonna win?
Tell y'all, look, man, just
The
let me
Spurs.
tell y'all who to put y'all money on. Them Spurs, baby, Texas,
All right.
baby. Texas,
What happened to Houston?
Hey, look, when it comes down to the Rockets and the Spurs, I think the Spurs will get them.
Wait, what about Dallas? Hey, but you know what?
Nah,
Texas
Dallas-
is representing.
Texas
They
is
are.
representing.
They are.
The bro,
They always
we
do.
gotta hold it down, man. Got to hold it down. But I really legitimately think that the Spurs could take it.
Thank
I think
you.
Tim Duncan.
Spurs can take it,
I
okay.
think he's about done. I think this possibly might be his last season, and I think they got a lot to play for. Ginobili, you got a lot of older guys on that team, man, and they know that they might not get
Experienced
back
guys.
here. So them vets got to go out there and give everything they got, and they've
That's-
rested the last few weeks.
They have.
That's
haven't
gonna be
played
more exciting than the NBA Finals.
the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I
I think
the
so
Western
as
Conference
well.
Oh
Finals.
yeah,
For sure.
God, yeah.
Spurs,
definitely.
Warriors.
It always
definitely.
is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nobody said nothing about OKC or nothing.
No, that's not gonna
I
happen.
want to know
Wait,
is
wait.
Kevin Durant still the best player on the team?
Oh,
Is Kevin Durant still on the team?
Okay. Westbrook is that deal.
yeah.
Westbrook is that
Nice.
deal, man.
I hope we get him
You
in
didn't
LA
pick?
personally. Huh?
Yes or no?
What?
Repeat.
Yeah, they can
He said
repeat.
yeah.
They can
Oh,
repeat.
okay, you did repeat.
Yeah, they can repeat.
Can we do Would You Rather?
Let's do
Would you rather?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Would you rather? This is our fun little game we play with all of our athletes who sit in the hot seat.
Okay, what's up?
You have to answer the question as quickly and as candidly as possible. So basically, say the very first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Who's going first? Me? Okay. Would you rather? I don't know. Would you rather?
got one.
Go ahead, Josh. You go. No, you go.
Oh, okay. Would you rather go? Would you rather have gone to the Lakers game last night or the Warriors game?
Lakers game.
Lakers game.
That's easy.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather freeze to death or die in a fire?
I'd rather.
Oh.
Why you so morbid? Who wanna die?
I mean, he's got to die someday.
And maybe you raised
Rap
on
it,
the 7th
rap
day.
it,
Who
rap
knows?
it, rap it,
You know
rap
what?
it.
Pick one, because you can
Freeze
raise
to
on the
death.
7th day, like Drake
Would-
said.
would
On the
you-
7th day,
You always
brother.
raise on
Pick
the
one.
7th
Pick
day.
one.
I said freeze.
Oh, you said freeze. Okay.
Would you rather predict the future or change things in the past?
Predict the future.
Oh man.
Okay.
Question.
Dre, you got one?
Okay, yeah,
Hell of a
absolutely, my brother.
question.
Absolutely, my
What's
brother.
up?
Okay, would you rather have triple your amount of sacks that you got last season and got another contract, the biggest contract of your career, one of the biggest contracts, or would you have rather won the Super Bowl?
Come on. Don't do it to me, man. Don't do that to me right now.
I was gonna go for
Then they gonna think I'm not a team player.
I know,
Man,
that's
don't
a
mess,
tough one,
don't
dog.
mess this man up. He talking. He got to be about his money,
hey,
man.
hey, I would rather have won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Good answer.
Gotta be politically correct.
Okay.
When you gotta,
Don't-
Well, you
Don't
just
put a
threw it
disclaimer.
away. You just said
I don't care.
it.
You got to. I'd rather win the Super Bowl though.
Okay.
Okay, I got one.
Salute, brother.
One more,
I got
Josh.
one. Would you rather as your QB Brock Osweiler or Colin Kaepernick.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That's
I
not
want to
fair.
hear this one.
That's not fair.
I gotta hear this for
don't-
so many reasons.
Next question.
That's a good one. I want to hear it.
Hey, ask the question, bro.
I wouldn't even answer that.
Next question, bro.
It's the last one. We done.
Don't-
Okay.
Are you gonna answer it? You gonna answer
Yes.
it?
This is the last one.
That's me.
That's the hot seat.
Andre.
That's the hot seat.
That's my LB, man.
That's his line,
the
brother.
hot seat. Hey,
Ooh,
I try to ask the
ooh,
question.
I can't
bro.
answer.
See, there you go.
Look, okay. I got
pledged.
real quick
This man
then.
pledged.
You
He
didn't
knows
answer,
better.
but I got a business proposal for you. How about this?
What's up?
Picture this business proposal. All right.
All right.
How about this? Okay, so we call it it's like Uber, right?
Yeah.
But before you pick somebody up and before you drop them off, you give them a quickie in the back seat. So it's like instead of Uber Eats, it's Uber Skeets. What you
Okay.
think? You want to invest?
Let's do it.
You want to invest? It's a good idea, right? Because you hear the story
Hey,
about the dude,
who-
the Uber driver.
who gonna be the driver,
No, but you're gonna be the driver because you're gonna be the
Oh,
escort.
I'm gonna be the
remember?
driver? Oh.
Remember the?
Dang, that's
Oh,
cold. What
that-
the hell is going on?
I was like,
I don't know.
I was
I
thinking
don't
of
know.
something
You
totally
gotta do your
different.
research, man. Tell us about the dude with the. Tell us about the Uber
Oh
driver.
yeah, the guy.
Man, the Uber
other-
driver, I was coming from the airport yesterday, and he was trying to convince me that I should move to LA. And he was giving me all these jobs, saying, you could work at Amazon, you could do this. And he was like, you know what? You could be a male escort. He said, you should come out here and be an escort. And I looked at him like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if he was trying to make a pass at me.
Right,
That's why I wanna
If
get
he was
more-
trying to buy it,
info
Right,
on the
right.
I didn't know if he wanted to buy it or,
Right.
or if he was trying to give me a compliment, like a backhanded compliment.
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I don't know. But
That's all. I was just making a
That's kinda
segue
weird.
into
Okay,
the story.
Oh, okay, that's kinda weird.
It just
Oh,
happened.
okay.
I'm on the boat.
Brandon.
Okay, now it makes sense because at first I was
Oh, you
like,
didn't
Josh,
know.
It just
what are
happened.
you talking about?
Right.
Next time Brandon comes, he's gonna have a Super Bowl ring for all you guys out there
Yeah.
watching.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have a
I'm
Super
naked
Bowl
right
ring
now.
yet, so
On
when
the
he
seventh day.
gets it on the seventh
He's coming
day,
back.
he's gonna come back with
that
the
was
Super
a-
Bowl ring, and we're gonna all pose with it. Brandon, tell everyone out there where can they find you? Social media, whatever, websites.
all right, what am I looking? Am I looking over here?
Oh, you look
Yeah, look
right
right
over
here,
here.
right here.
Right here in front of you. No,
Look,
back
look,
over here,
look.
back
Right
over
here.
here.
There you go.
So look, you're gonna follow me at Twitter and Instagram, bmarsh54, 2 H's. bmarsh 2 H's 54, Twitter and Instagram. Holla at me.
You can follow me, Erica Renee Davis, on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
I am Andre on Instagram and Twitter and all the other stuff. You will find it.
Yeah,
Rheina_LA on Instagram and Twitter.
Hey, and if you like my business idea, come
No.
on, rock with it, brother. Let's do so. Let's make some money.
No.
Find me on social media at JJ the Talent.
And as
AK Milk Dud.
always, follow
Let's do it,
Assistant
man.
Black Hollywood Live, BlackHollywood.com, Twitter, BHL Online, us on the Sports Weekly,
Yes.
Instagram. Until next week at 7 o'clock. See ya.
Bye.
Milk Dud.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.